So hopefully he doesn't concede there. Sure he will. No attacks. We really want to just like hang on. And yeah, good game. So we still couldn't get the win condition, you guys. I tried my hardest. What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Thanks so much for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. Today, I have a custom mono blue Brawl deck. Yesterday, we took a look at how to reach Mythic in 1 day. That's absolutely insane. If you've not checked out that deck, go ahead and check it out right now. It was a mono white, how to reach Mythic in 1 day. I'm sure you can find it. It's going to be in my most recent uploads. With that all being said, I didn't know how to top it. I was like, this is the best video I could possibly do. What do I do now? So we're going to bring to you guys a little bit of Brawl gameplay, and then maybe in the following days, some free-to-play footage. And I'm going to start working on some limited guides as well. So that's what's been cooking. Let's get right into the deck here. We have Atemsis, All-Seeing as our commander. It's a 5/4 with flying for 6, so kind of expensive. You can pay 3, tap it, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And whenever it attacks or deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. If cards with at least 6 different converted mana costs are revealed this way, that player loses the game. So this is really, really cool. So if we have a hand with 6 different mana costs, we're going to auto win the game when we attack and reveal our hand. So we have 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops, and 6 drops, which is all we need. So we want to really focus on control, counter magic, balancing, tapping, etc., getting all that land out, drawing that big hand, and then just finishing the game with our win condition. Let's take a look at how we're going to get there. We have a couple 1-drops. We have a Spectral Sailor, an Opt, an Unsummon, and a Witching Well. We also have a whole bunch of 2-drops. So our 1-drops are a little bit lacking, but nonetheless, we have a Brineborn Cutthroat, Colossus Dismissal, Disdained Stroke, Polio of Fancies, Negate, Quench, Tail's End, Essence Capture, Arcane Signet, Golden Egg, Guild Globe, Finale of Revelation, Brazen Bulwark, Convolute, Midnight Clock, Mystical Dispute, No Escape, Narset Parter, Veils, Sinister Sabotage, Heraldic Banner, Mana Geode, Gadwick the Wizened, Devious Cover-Up, Drawn from Dreams, Mass Manipulation, Mesmerizing, Bethhid, Sir Eleanor the Discerning, Cavalier of Gales, Dream Eater, Commence the Endgame, Flood of Tears, Agent of Treachery, and the Magic Mirror. We also have Mystical Sanctuary and our Castle Vantress in there for good luck. We could break down the cards one by one. It does take quite a bit in these videos because they are 60 singletons. So our Spectral Sailor, Flash Flying, pay 4, draw a card, Opt, scry 1, draw a card, Unsummon, return target creature to its owner's hand. Witching Well, when it enters battlefield, scry 2, you can pay 4 to sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. Unsummon is really great for bouncing one of your own creatures back to your hand, whether that be your commander or All-Seeing, or say Cavalier of Gales, Mesmerizing Behemoth, or Bethhid. Your Gadwick is a really good target for that because then you get to redraw. So Unsummon is basically just meant to protect you guys. It's not meant to really get rid of the opponent's creatures unless you absolutely have to protect yourself. For our 2-drops, Brineborn Cutthroat, this has Flash, so we're playing it at the end of our opponent's turn, and then whenever we counter after this, he's going to get a counter. He's just going to get bigger and bigger and badder and be able to smash your opponent. Colossus Dismissal, this is our Teferi bounce, basically, or an additional Brazen Bulwark bounce. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand at mass 1, so we can get anything we want off the field back to its hand, whether that's one of ours or one of their permanents, right? Disdainful Stroke, counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. Lots of times this is going to be their commanders, right? So we save this for that. Folio of Fancies, players have no maximum hand size, so that's going to make drawing cards more accessible for us, which is really, really good. We can pay X to X, each player draws X cards, pay 3, tap it. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into the graveyard. So a pretty cool way to mill as well. We have a Negate, non-creature spell counter, Quench, counter spell unless they pay 2. Tail's End, we're countering triggered activated abilities or legendary spells, which is his commander again, right? Essence Capture, counter target creature, we get a 1/1 counter. Arcane Signet is a ramp, Golden Egg is a draw, Guild Globe is a draw. Finale of Revelation, draw X cards if X is 10 or more. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw X cards, untap up to 5 lands. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Finale of Revelation. So this is really good to just get us going, right? We have a Brazen Borrower, Petty Theft for 2. This is a return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So like Colossus Dismissal, but with no amass. So this is really, really good. And then it is Flash, flying, can only block creatures with flying, and it's a 1/3. Convolute, counter spell unless they pay 4. Clock of Midnight, it's a mana stone, so you can tap it, add an island, and then pay 3, put an hour counter on it, and then at the beginning of each upkeep, you're going to put an hour counter on it organically. And then when you have 12 hour counters on it, you're going to discard your hand, draw 7 cards, exile Midnight Clock. Mystical Dispute, counter target spell unless controller plays 2, and then, it costs 2 less to counter if it counters a blue spell, and then you're countering that spell unless its controller pays 3. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. No Escape, countering creatures and planeswalkers. If you do so, you're going to exile it, and then you scry. Narset, each opponent can only draw 1 card each turn, and then -2, we're looking at the top 4 cards of our library, taking instances or sorceries or non-lands from them, so we can take a planeswalker. However, Narset is our only planeswalker here, so that's not an issue. Sinister Sabotage, counter Surveil 1. The banner is a mana stone. Creatures we get +1/+0. Blue. Mana Geode is also just a mana rock. Gadwick, when he enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. So that is amazing. Devious Cover-Up, we're going to counter target spell, and then we're putting 4 instants or sorceries back from our graveyard into our library, shuffling it up after that. Drawn from Dreams, look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. This is really good if we're looking for a 1-drop and a 5-drop to get our win condition with our Atemsis. We have Mass Manipulation, gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers, so we're just grabbing our opponent's goodies. Mesmerizing, Benthid, when it enters battlefield, create 2 0/2 illusion creatures that whenever a creature blocks by this or is blocked by this, it's not going to untap during its next untap step. And then it has hexproof as long as we control an illusion, which it summons 2 of. Sir Eleanor the Discerning, its power is equal to the number of cards in your hand, which is great synergy for the rest of our deck, right? When it enters the battlefield, we draw a card, so that's also good. Spells your opponent's cast that target him are going to cost 2 more to cast. Cavalier of Gales, flying 5/5. This is huge. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then 2 on the top of your library in any order. Then when he dies, shuffle into your library and scry 2. So that is amazing. Dream Eater, another big flyer for 6. Flash, flying. When he enters the battlefield, surveil 4. When you do, you may return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Commence the endgame. The spell can't be countered. Draw 2 cards, then amass X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So more draw. Flood of Tears, return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. And Agent of Treachery, we all know this one. When he enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents, draw 3 cards. And finally, Magic Mirror. This spell is going to cost 1 less to cast for each card in your graveyard. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror, then draw a card for each counter on the Magic Mirror. We talked about Castle Vantress. We are going to scry 2 with this by paying 4, so that's really good to do on our opponent's end step. And then Mystical Sanctuary, when it enters the battlefield, it's going to come in untapped unless we don't control 3 islands. And then when we do, we're going to grab an instant or sorcery card from the graveyard and put it on top of our library. So, that's the deck. We don't have a sideboard because we're playing Brawl, obviously. And to try to get into your sideboard with the Fae of Wishes isn't quite worth it when you only have 1 opportunity. So this is the deck. Like I said, most of it is draw, the rest of it is counter, and then we have some bouncing and returning to the hand, and then we try to win with this big old win condition. So if you enjoyed this deck breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's footage. Don't forget to sub to our Twitch channel if you're interested in winning a Samsung Chromebook, 64 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM. We're giving this out to our Tier 1 subscribers. Stay tuned for the details on that giveaway. We have it all ironed out. We just haven't produced it yet. And then once you sub to our YouTube channel, if you're looking for a free giveaway, that's how you do it. You're going to be entered in to win 500,000 gems that way. Easy as that. Go and watch a gem giveaway playlist if you're looking to learn more about that. Whew. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Each and one of you who's been giving engagement to the channel, talking with me, asking questions, getting clarification, helping my pronunciation, things like this. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to spending a lot more time with you in the future. So enjoy today's footage, and we'll see you all tomorrow. More Golos. Would you look at that? People are playing Golos, and then the moment you counter their Golos, they're out. They're over it. They don't want to play anymore. So it's excuse me, a little bit of a challenge getting you guys some good footage today. But let's try again. How many Golos players can we make cry in one day? Am I right? Poor guys paid 10,000 gold for Reyes. They still don't have one win. Let's just ramp here. Nothing to counter on turn 2 from a Golos player anyways. Oh, maybe there is. An Arcane Signet, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't think there's much for us to counter as a turn 4 either for him. Midnight Clock's pretty cool. I wish I would have got that drop. Right, let's get our All-Seeing out. He can play his Golos. Right? Really goes into Night of Autumn, one of my enchantments. That's incredible. So now we actually have the opportunity to counter his Golos. I really would have pushed Golos if I was him. Get some damage in, boy. We're declining here. We don't have it, so why would we show our hand, right? Let's keep that information to ourselves. Midnight Clock's up to 4 already. Risen Reef, I don't really mind. Not much I can do about it. Seems he's really not looking to play his Golos yet. Both of these targets are very bad unsummoned targets. Mm-hmm. That's still going to leave us our Tail's End open, which is really nice. Growth Spiral we don't care about. Mass Manipulation can go under our land. Attacker can go in. We still have a counter for Bolos ready. Lining, showing our hand, ending our turn. Midnight Clock is now up to 6. No buenos. I mean, if he doesn't play it, when will he play it? That's my question. Probably the question he's debating right now. Just gonna bounce that back to our hand. Okay. He's gonna copy his Midnight Clock, I'm assuming? Or his Arcane Signet. Wow. Wow. Alright, Midnight Clock's going up. We're stacking lands so hard it's not even funny. Let's hold out and just keep bashing the old-fashioned way with these flyers. We have a Mass Manipulation. We have a Tail's End. We could even pop off his Midnight Clock when he goes to resolve it. Chromatic Lantern. This guy is just ramping. He must know my name because he's scared to play his Golos. He can still play it. He has that much land, you guys. 6 mana available on the board to him right now. Niv Mizzet Reborn. We absolutely cannot have that. Let's get the counter in there. That's going to shut down his draw engine in a big way. So, we are in a very weird position where we can just kill our opponent. Huh. Taking both of his creatures. Oh, they have Summoning Sickness when they come over to my side? That's a bummer. I thought we'd be able to smash them. Pretty sure that's still a good game, though. He must have a time wipe to win. Gonna be the only thing that does it. Oh, Akaya's Wrath will also do it, you guys. Cavalier of Gales is going to help us out quite a bit here. Spectral Sailor does not help. Golos in play now. Our opponent has 1 life left. He's really timed it nicely. He's going to need more removal. We have 8 land. So we're up to some shenanigans here as well. We're going to try to play our Spectral Sailor at the end of his turn. He has 7 cards here. Incredible. He's got a full hand. He can activate Golos' ability as well. Let's see if we can get this last damage in. Right, we just need him to play out his whole turn. And, yeah, our Spectral Sailor should do that final damage. Hopefully he doesn't gain any life here on us. That would be the deciding factor, is if he had any life gain. Man, that would suck. I should quit talking about it before I bring it about. Do you guys ever notice that? When you talk about something, that it tends to actually happen in the game? You're like, oh man, I hope I draw Cavalier of Flames, and then boom, there's your Cavalier of Flames. Or I hope he doesn't counter this. There's the Frilled Mystic, right? So he's spending his mana. Good boy, good boy. Get some more mana in there, yeah. I got 23 life. You're going to need a big field presence to kill me. Right, just stacking up zombies. Amazing. Right, very nice stuff. He's 5 mana left. Two mana left. One of them needs to be a counterspell, or that's going to be game. Sailor comes out. Sailor hits. Hello, good game, my friend. There we go, you guys. So we didn't win with the ability, but we still were able to bully out a Golos deck that actually allowed us to go the distance with them. So that's really, really cool. Okily dokily, We beat up Golos pretty bad in round 1, and now we're going to try to get the win via our win condition of having all the different permanents. Flood of Tears is how we're doing it. This is pretty heavy, though. Let's keep it and just pray that we get to exercise our Flood of Tears. Looking for a magic mirror. Get in the field. Could be bad though, right? Our opponent's just going to aggro in so hard. Quench is going to help us. Right? Let's just chill out. We're going to need to counter his Planeswalker on turn number 4. So we're just chilling. We need 3 land drops in a row. There is 1, takes us to 4. 10 closer. Let's stop here. He should be using his Bag of Holding on our end step. He is. Let's see how it works out for him. He gets his 4th drop. I'm not really concerned with Witch's Oven in a 1 of. We can counter this though. Punch that. Mystical Dispute will do it as well. He needs to pay 3 here. Just pass our turn. We're holding off. All we need is a 2-drop or a 1-drop. Fine. Just countering required things, right? That's pretty cool. That screws our Devious Cover up. We'd like to take that back into our library. We do get the land. Very nice. We're going to take it. We need a 5-drop and a 1-drop now. Keeping the land up top. We're going to see his Provocateur hit the field here, I'm sure. We don't. Workshop Elders. He wants to buff these guys out. Very interesting. He can attack, so that's fine. Let's just go ahead and get some flyers on the field. They're going to protect us while we search for our win conditions. No attacks, right? We're just chilling. Alright, his Provocateur hits. Very nice. And he mortifies us. We gotta go to command zone here with that. At least we're draining his hands somehow. I would block. I would do it. Just kind of biding our time. Doing whatever we can. We have 7 land. We're 3 away. He actually gets an additional flyer that way. That's our bad. But again, no worries because Flood of Tears really takes care of that. Losing our Devious cover up here, but we can't let that hit the field. Again, I guess we could. We were just about to Flood of Tears it. But we're going to be okay. We'll just use our Finale of Revelation to get all our cards, I think. No attacks, that's good. That's our 8th land. We're going to bounce everything. Ending our turn here. He's got to basically restart the whole process. Let's just counter that. Alright. We're fine with that. Just discarding our graveyard. We don't really care at all. A Gadwick would be really cool, in all honesty. going for the big draw, looking for more land. Puts us at 9. We get the draw. We're so far away from our win condition here. We have a 2 and a 3 and a 6. But if Tears is gone, we get to commence the endgame next turn. Right, that's quite nice. Draw 2 cards. Try to get some damage in here. I doubt he blocks. Ending our turn here. We should have bounced it before he plays anything. He's gonna get to play for free. Oh, unless he can pay 3. Right? Definitely can. I'm gonna have to let that hit. Now it does get flying if I'm correct, right? Yeah, very much so. We'll let it slide. It's a big hit, don't get me wrong, but okay, we got this. Brianborn can hit. Sitting at 8, 9. Let's Gadwick for 3. Right, that takes 6. Leaves us with 2. That should be okay. Grab us a land, baby. Castle Fantress is quite nice. We're sitting on 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. No attacks, I suppose. We've got 4 left open. Finding the 1-drop is going to be hard, I think. We have 33 cards left in our deck, so quite a ways to go. Alright, we're going to negate that. Now we're tapping his 5/4. Sure. We're actually going to Brazen Borrower this as well. Then we're going to tap this bad boy. And he goes for a draw. Okay. So that's going to help us through our attack phase. Keep him at bay. Should be his turn. Oh, it's actually 12. That sucks. Let's go Magic Mirror. Still have our counters available. I doubt he's going to allow it through. It's okay. Probably sack it. As a chump blocker, as would I. We do have the no escape for his workshop elder. We're gonna let that hit the field. This we will not let it. Our Brineborn Cutthroat keeps getting stronger. Heck, I'll take Agent of Treachery. Not a land like we need, but we have no counter for this. Where is that Prison Realm going? Our Cavalier of Gales. Interesting. So actually, whenever it goes into exile, never mind. Either way, we're taking control of his Prison Realm. I think that'll do it. Could be wrong. No, it'll work. I'm sure it'll work. Agent of Treachery. We can tap his Shiznit. I doubt he sacrifices it. I'm not sure that's a great play. Taking his Prison Realm. Oh, it takes our character with it. What a bummer. The more you know, right, guys? Get those 2 attacks in. Let's take our turn here. Let's tap that out. Just emptying our graveyard, card by card. You're getting punished here, you guys. This is not good. You gotta love the land, and we absolutely have to mass manipulation here. We have 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be 12. One, two. We need to take at least 3. Let's try 4, see if it'll let us. It does. Auto paying for all that. And we're gonna tap his oven if we can before he can sacrifice something. We're able to do it. So hopefully he doesn't concede there. Sure he will. No attacks. We really want to just like hang on. And yeah, good game. So we still couldn't get the win condition, you guys. I tried my hardest. We were really close to getting it, but your opponent has got to let you get it is the thing. So thanks for holding on and trying to get it with me again. All right, you guys, so that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed today's footage. A big reminder to subscribe to our Twitch channel. All of our Tier 1 subscribers are going to be entered in to win this amazing Samsung Chromebook, 64 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM. So really cool prize, just to show my appreciation to everybody who's been supporting me recently. Thank you so much. And then if you're looking for a free giveaway, just go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you're going to be entered in to win 500,000 gems. That's all I've got to say. If you're looking to engage with me and our community, please join the Discord. All of the links for everything is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.